You and I tried to sell at a convention center.
Oh, man.
Is that the most embarrassing? That shows just how little we knew what was happening with stand-up comedy, Theo.
Man, that was wild, man. So I'll start it. So
Yeah.
Well, Josh and his wife, who is from Lake Charles, was putting on a comedy show, and we'd just been on Last Comic Standing, and they're like, "Hey, we can sell some tickets. Let's do a show down in Lake Charles."
You're from
right?
Louisiana. Beth's from Louisiana.
Yeah, let's make it happen.
We were just on TV.
Yeah,
TV must. Yeah, we're gonna sell this place.
Yeah. So, how many seats was it? Let's look it up. Let's look up the place.
The Lake Charles Convention Center.
Yeah.
I'm dying to know.
Me too. Well, hold on. Hold on.
Let's guess. You want to guess?
Let's guess. Yeah.
15,000.
No, you think? I'm gonna guess. Oh, you might be right. I mean,
It's at that convention center because Cable Guy had just played it.
he had. Wow.
Dude,
I'm gonna guess 2,600.
75.
7,500.
All right. Maybe it seemed like 1,500 because we only sold.
Can you show a picture from the stage? I wonder if there's any stage view.
That's it.
Wow.
Do you remember how many people were in those seats, dude? So
I remember because yes, I could see each one of them. There. At one point, we asked them all to come down to the front.
you remember? So we were gonna do radio, right? So we didn't even have radio planned, and the convention center called, and they were like, "Are you guys expecting a late rush of tickets?" And I was like, maybe. I go, why? How many do we have sold? Because it was the weekend coming up. And they were like, we got 179 tickets sold. And I was like, what? And they said, yeah. And they said, we brought the curtains as far in as we can.
Wow.
But you know what I mean? And
but
so,
yeah, but there's still 4,500 seats exposed.
Dude. And then here's my favorite part of that. Besides the fact that we did the show for probably, if there were 150 people there, I would be excited. I don't think there were.
No. Some were bought as giveaways.
I think so.
Yeah.
My favorite part about that, Theo, is that Beth made about 2,000 hats. You remember those hats?
No way.
Oh, I still got a box at my house. I give them away on my lives.
Oh, I love that.
But there's it just says Fairly Normal. Because remember we made that poster. And
Fairly
everything.
Normal Comedy Tour, is that it?
Yeah. We made that
look up Fairly Normal Comedy Tour.
Oh.
There's no way there's a poster.
That was it. That's it right there, dude. Look at you. Wow. Look at that shit.
August 5th, 8 p.m., Lake Charles. This was 2006.
It should have said everybody who buys one ticket gets the whole row. Look at this, dude. Oh, this is so terrible. Why are you third behind Flip Schultz?
I don't know. It's just the whole thing's cringe.
It's
awesome, though.
I will tell you, man.
Who opened the show?
Flip? No. Amy.
Oh, yeah, Amy Claire.
Amy Claire opened the show because we thought, she's from around here too.
That'll help.
She'll sell a bunch of tickets.
None of us could sell anything.
A ticket.
Yeah, I mean, I think most of them were you guys as friends and family.
All of them.
Yeah.
It was to this date like the most humiliating walking out.
It has to be the smallest amount of tickets ever sold in a large place. I can't imagine there's something smaller. 160 tickets in a
convention center.
Yeah, in 7,500 seats.
But I will tell you the truth. Knowing what stand-up I was doing back then, that's about all it deserved.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't deserve more than 100 people.
No. Dude, I was telling jokes about PT Cruisers that Flip had just bought one, and that was that was the tough part of me for the weekend. 14% of my jokes were about kind of a homoerotic essence of a PT Cruiser car.
Yep.
And Flip Schultz had just gotten one as like his dream car. Or not dream car, but he was
pretty happy, yeah.
Yeah, and he was happy.
Yeah.
So it was like, oh, man.
We had also just got through on the radio the day before. We had just got through doing about a half an hour rant on his hands.
Yeah. Really?
on his skinny little fingers, and how, oh my God, dude, it was pretty crazy. And then he flew in. We had a great time, but 150 people was. I got a couple of those hats if you want them, man.
I wouldn't mind a hat, I think. God.
Yeah.
I can't believe it was 15 years ago. 2006.
When do you feel like
I only started comedy, I think, in 2003.
Yeah,
probably
you had
2004.
just started. When do you feel like around what time with your stand-up? Because I think this happens for everybody, where you feel like, oh, you really sunk into it. You're like, got it.
Well, I thought about this the other day. We were talking about it at the comedy club. I was thinking, I always felt like in the beginning of stand-up, it feels like there's like this tide coming in of like pressure from the audience. You're like, okay, I have to get a joke, and there's, I got to get another joke, and okay, there's a laughing, but it's all like defensive. There's this tide coming in, and you have to like battle it. And then eventually, over time, and you don't even really notice it, you get up and you're the tide.
Yeah.
So you are putting out the pressure. You are putting out the force. There's nothing coming back in. Maybe every now and then there's a little bit of like a undercurrent or something of like, okay, maybe I should move this along, or I'm a little rusty. But it gets to the point where you're the ocean, you're the force. Hope you enjoyed that video, and you can watch another. And you can watch this one, you can watch this one. Different options, different choices. Some guy just brings you one option, not this guy. 2 options. Watch one, this one or this one.